Okay, today my daughters brought me shooting for Father's Day, which was awesome. So we went to the range, took quite a few of my guns with me, and everything was fine until I pulled out the old GSG 522. Now, this is a great gun. It's nice and sturdy. I put the retro mod on with, the old sights, no sling loop up here. HK, sued GSG over their design, so I had to put the old retro on. And, this gun it's beautiful. I love it. Nice and solid. Problem was when we went to shoot it, it didn't want to work. So, after looking through everything, I figured out it was not the gun at all, but it was the magazine. Now here's the problem. See how my follower is stuck down? When it sticks like this, obviously, if bullets are in here, it's not going to feed right. You're going to get stovepipes. It's going to bend the bullet, on and on. Sometimes you can hit it, and it still won't even move. If your follower is sticking like that, you're not going to shoot, and that's pretty bad. So today I'm going to show you what I did to fix that. Here is the working magazine. I already fixed this one. So as you can see, this won't stick anywhere. Nice and smooth. I can't get it to stop. That's what you're going to want to look for, is anywhere in that slide for it to stick somewhere. If you can let it go and it stays like on this, that's not good. So this is what you're going to want to do. I already took the mag apart, and I did one side of the mag, and I didn't do this side yet. So this is what I'm going to show you. Alright, first of all, you're going to see this groove here, and I'm going to put the little piece here in it. Now notice, I'm pushing pretty hard and it's not even moving. So what you want to do is you want to take a little piece of sandpaper. I'm using 220 grit. You can use a screwdriver or whatever. I found a little bracket or whatever, and what I did was I put the sandpaper, right there, stuck it in the groove. But this is what I'm going to show you. This is the piece I did already. Now you're going to put that in. You want this to slide down by itself. Just like that. See, there's no stoppage anywhere. Alright, what you're going to want to do next, take your same piece of sandpaper, and you're going to want to do the back edge. You're going to want to do the front edge. Just give it a little bit, on any bearing parts of this polymer here. What I did was I took it down, I don't know, about maybe a 64th or a 32nd of an inch. Not a lot, just do a little bit at a time. What you're going to want to do is put your follower right in there, and you're going to want to move it along and test it. Now this, I haven't sanded the follower yet, and you can see that I'm getting a lot of stoppage here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sand the leading edge of the follower. I'm going to sand the back edge of the follower, and basically you're just going to keep sanding down until you're smooth. Round off your edges. If you know how to sand, you know what the hell you're doing. If you don't, then it's not hard to learn, but don't sand too much, because then you're going to have some wobble and then it's going to stick anyway. So what you want to do is just sand it down until it's smooth. Alright, it's about 40 minutes later, and I got fucking carpal tunnel now and arthritis. But I sanded down the inside back and front grooves of the mags on both sides, and it's a pain in the ass. Should you have to do it? No, you shouldn't. GSG should be ashamed of themselves for putting out a magazine like this with a good gun. You know, it makes no sense to me, but if you want to shoot your gun, it's what you have to do if you get these mags, so that's what you do. But now I've sanded the follower as well. As you can see, I did the front and the back edges of the follower. I rounded off the sides just a little bit, not too much. You don't want to go too far on that because, you know, you start to get some wobble. If you get a little wobble, then all of a sudden you're back in the same position you were in the first place. So now all I have to do is sand these grooves out. Now what I'll show you now is the I don't know what the hell this piece is called, but whatever it is, it gets stuck. You see, how the hell are you supposed to feed a mag when that's stuck like that? So what you're going to do is take your whatever you're going to use to sand, screwdriver, or in this case I use a little bracket, and you just put it in the groove and start sanding. And you're going to want to go until you can put this in and it slides freely like I showed you before. So that's what I'm going to do now, and we'll see what happens. Alright, well, I did that. Let's see how it works. Alright, I ended up using a screwdriver and putting the screwdriver in the groove with a piece of sandpaper over it. But basically now you're getting it to slide freely. See, there's a little play right there. See how it stops right there? That's where you're going to go. You're going to go right back there with the screwdriver and the sandpaper, and you're going to hit that spot until that thing slides smoothly. Alright, I went over the spot and it's smooth. Falls right out. So you know it's going to work. So that's one side done. I'm going to do the second side, and we're pretty close to being done. I'm just going to show you how I'm doing this. I'm going to take that piece of sandpaper on the screwdriver just like that, and you're going to put it in that groove. Get it in there nice. Basically, you're going to go until, you know, you're going to get a nice smooth edge. You're going to get a nice smooth edge. And get a little wipe in there, get all that dust out. Another thing is, you don't want to oil this. Do not oil a polymer mag, because it's going to gum it up more, and you're going to end up with more stoppages. You don't want. What I would do is use graphite. You can, you know, find a powder, or you can, you know, get a graphite lube, put it in all the bearing edges. But now I got that sanded. That's sliding nice. Falls right out. So that's done. I was going over it with 600 grit after the 220 just to smooth it out, but you know, you really can't polish polymer, so it's kind of a waste of time to do that. But you know, if you want to, go for it. If not, I don't care what you do. You can go jump off a fucking bridge, and that's cool with me. Don't jump off a bridge, or jump in front of a car. It's better for the insurance companies. That way, you know, somebody gets some money out of it because you're stupid. But that's pretty much it. what you're going to end up with is a working magazine. Not sticking. Another thing, last thing you want to do, this is what I do anyway, so we take the spring, just bend it out a little bit, give it a little more length, that way once it's compressed, you're going to get a little more strength to push that follower up, and that will probably do the trick. I'm going to bring this to the range next week and see what it does, and I'll let you know. Have a good one.